the Nike swoosh, the Adidas stripes, the Reebok thing, whatever that is, Puma and Fila and Umbro with their respective shapes. Not to be Naomi about it, but no logo, bro. When you put that shit on, you're becoming a walking billboard. And me? I'd rather be a walking fucking punk flyer. Yeah, I may not know sports ball, but I do know ball. And I know bar. 4 bars, in fact. 4 bars arranged askew. A graphic designer's nocturnal emission spurted out in the middle of the day. I'm talking about Black Flag, an American hardcore punk brand whose logo was the voice of a generation. That icon, it's iconic. Don't believe me? Ask Wiki. The logo is a stylized black flag represented as 4 black bars. It was designed by some random old guy named Raymond Pettibone. He didn't use Canva or Midjourney or Lovable or Adobe Firefly. He laid it out retro styles, doing that ish by hand. Think Rookie Mag, but for punk vets. I'd like to think he had the bars lined up perfect style before going apeshit and moshing on his drafting table. You know how us punkers are. Speaking of being a punker, the Black Flag shirt has taken on a life of its own. Like the crackles of vinyls, the distinctive burn of a cheap beer or expensive cup of joe, or that first puff of an American spirit. You know you've got the real deal when you see that logo. Shepherd Ferry, I'ma let you finish, but Black Flag has the hardest clothing brand of all time. Come to think of it, that'd be a pretty good band name too.
Welcome, if I may, welcome to Millennial Excellence.
You may. The theme song has played. The episode is now ready to be birthed into the world.
That's nice. Are we delivering the episode, or are we also flowing through the birth channel?
Okay, let's think about that. The episode, I mean, I guess...
I think we're delivering it, and we're cutting the cord.
Are we the mommy and daddy?
I think we might be. Cutting the cord, that's an interesting
It's an interesting metaphor, yeah. Because, you know, people say that corded headphones are back in style now. The girlies are wearing cords on their earbuds again. What if corded babies came back in style?
How about that? Or what if people say I'm cutting the cord as it relates to cable TV. Yeah. As if the cable company
is the umbilical.
Is the umbilical that is feeding them the nutrition that they need.
Kind of true.
So let's ponder on that for a moment.
Let's ponder on that. Let's ponder on...
Should we ponder on the fact that we don't have a tagline, or is there anything else?
Let's ponder. When people say ponda in Jamaican patois, ponda, are they saying ponder?
I think it means on the.
Well, let's ponder upon the tagline, Miles.
That sounds great.
One thing I've noticed that I just want to say real quick. Actually, maybe let's do Radical Honesty.
Okay.
Radical Honesty.
I've just kind of noticed between me and you that I do these things that are like perfect UGC moments, user-generated content. I say, tag us in this. Remix the Me Man Bun song, do the Millennial Excellence gang sign, and it doesn't happen. They laugh it off. They won't take me seriously when I offer up some perfect UGC opportunities. Now, is it because I view human interaction as UGC? Is that the problem? Why do you think that not a single person did the Millennial Excellence gang sign last week?
I think it's a good signal. It means that our listeners are booked and busy.
Okay,
we don't want a bunch of sycophants who do our biddings. Right. We want people who have things to do and places to be.
That's true. I like that positive spin. Okay, I appreciate it. After I've been radically honest, that helped me. Okay, unless you want to be honest, save it for later.
Here's my radical honesty. I don't have any ideas what segments to cover coming into the episode. So please accept that about me.
I accept.
Let's end the radical honesty segment. and
let's ponder
transition.
upon the segment.
Thank you. Yeah, so like a few months ago, I was watching a lot of Bar Rescue, and one thing that John Taffer says about bars is he's like, you don't have any calls to action. And for a digital marketer,
Wait,
CTA,
what does that mean in the context of a bar?
I was just getting to that. Yeah,
sorry.
So someone like you or I, or a UX designer, or a copywriter, or a
Strategist.
web developer, or a front-end dev, or
Product
strategist would be
manager,
one. A product manager,
Scrum master,
a scrum master, a project manager, even
PMM,
maybe even an account lead, maybe even a marketing
producer.
coordinator.
Yeah, project
producer.
coordinator,
The CTA is a little button you click,
creative
or
director, group
more
creative director.
broadly, it's something that tells you to do. In the curious mind of John Taffer, a CTA is when a bar has decals on the side that say seafood, beer, live music, pool. And that draws your eye as you're driving, because all of the bars he fixes on that show are like in strip malls or in abandoned warehouses on the side of the road. Those draw the... there could be 10,000 cars going up that road every day.
So he's kind of, this is a real problem with marketing versus creative, is that he thinks that an ad is a CTA. He wants the whole ad to be a CTA. He just wants it to say on the side of the building, eat fish, instead of having clever flair.
He thinks saying seafood is a CTA. He thinks,
but
he
it's an ad.
thinks-
But it's
yeah.
I'm saying that's basically an ad, I think, or at least it's
It's not even anything.
it's directional copy, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's like a product benefit if we want to go there. Mm-hmm. But since John Taffer is such a business genius, transforming not only the businesses of these bar owners, but their personal lives as well, I thought we should apply that to our tagline. So I'm thinking like millennial excellence, humor, information, segments.
Okay.
So imagine that plastered on a building. So the bar says millennial excellence, and then there's window decals that say humor, information, segments. And you know exactly what you're going to get when you go in there. As you're driving in the middle of nowhere, you think, I need humor and I need information, and I'm not sure about these segments yet.
But that you list it third because it's...
Exactly.
Can I tell you what I like and what I'm skeptical about?
Yes.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
I'll start with
segments for.
I'll start with skepticism. The marketer in me, I've never seen Bar Rescue.
Okay.
And actually, if I could do a quick micro segment with a new theme song right now called Sidetrack, maybe we'll use some sidechain compression for just the phrase sidetrack.
Sidetrack. Sidetrack. Sidetrack. Sidetrack.
What if we started a side show called Pod Rescue, where we meet up with people whose... I mean, I guess it's a little presumptuous because I would argue our podcast is struggling.
We might need our pod to be rescued.
But maybe that could be a way in, is we, as Patreon episodes, we feature a pod that's struggling and discuss how we could rescue them.
I actually rather like that.
Well, that was Sidetrack, so closing segment bump now.
On track. On track.
I think the marketer in me, because I don't have this reverence for John Taffer that so many of my peers do, I want to include an actual CTA, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should respect the process and not include one.
Maybe listen. Maybe it should be humor, information, segments. Listen.
Well, that's pretty good, except the one thing is why I would argue against it, and this is where we're kind of spinning. We're swirling here, as they say. Mm-hmm. I do like that the initial one you mentioned, humor. What's the second? Information?
Information.
Segments. I do like that kind of subtly nods to our target demographic, which is men, because it spells out his. And obviously this is a show for and by men only. So that part was interesting to me, that it said his.
Yeah, I love the way your mind goes to acronyms. It's fascinating.
Yeah, so I think obviously we can't use this, but I appreciate the effort, and shouts out to John Taffer. And, we'll keep kicking the can down the road. I do think we're learning something each week. I just don't know what it is. Now, I was wondering if we could do the locals only segment.
Sure, of course.
Stay away.
Well, do you have anything?
No. As I said earlier in my radical honesty, I don't have anything yet. Something might emerge.
Something might emerge
naturally.
Well, I wanted to do an update on the chair in the old neighborhood. I just sent you some pics, and yeah, I've been giving updates on this chair. If this is your first episode for whatever reason, I'll just give a quick recap. A few months ago, we technically upgraded but downgraded our patio furniture because we needed something smaller. It wasn't fitting, so I put a large patio table outside our apartment with 2 chairs, 2 very cheap folding chairs, and the way that I arranged them, they looked like a classic Montreal terrace setup. So people were using it for various reasons. I think some people were delighting in it, and others were kind of, a drifter was using it with his packed mountain climbing bag. What are those bags called that are like for people, either you're like going on a 2-week hike or you're like a drifter? What's the name of that kind of backpack?
I don't know. I think like
a big backpack.
A big old backpack. Yep.
Also, what's
a backcountry or something?
What about knapsack? Do you only say knapsack if you're emo, or is that a different kind of thing?
Not. The word knapsack would not come to mind
ever, right?
Is that a backpack?
I think knapsack and backpack were interchangeable in the olden days, and we've lost one for the other.
Right.
The literal. Yeah. The literal has one.
I tend to say backpack.
So it's been evolving, and then we had, of course, as you were so interested in, and one thing we didn't do is decide what makes a story boring and what makes it not boring. But I think that's actually because it's going to take a while to decide. But I mentioned that we had moving day in Montreal, so people have dumped all their stuff from moving day, which was July 1st, and as of recording time, it's been 2 weeks since then. All of the garbage is still there. Someone from the city has slapped a few infraction stickers on arbitrary pieces of garbage. I don't know why, because who's the infraction for? Who's going to see this and notice that? But you will notice the table is gone. Both chairs are there, but they've been ripped to shreds. But there is a sort of classic cartoon style, I guess. I don't know what the woke term is. I'm going to call him a wino that lives in my neighborhood, who just hits up the convenience store and drinks all day. And he was drinking an extra strength PBR on that ripped chair this morning at 9 a.m. So it's still being, the existence of the chair is still inviting people to sit in it. So I feel like we're hanging by a thread, but that's where we're at with the chair, the great chair experiment in the Myland.
While you told that story, the update on the Great Chair Experiment, I just had an idea for a new segment.
So we're leaving locals only.
This is kind of locals only adjacent. This might be locals only, but it might emerge a new segment. I have a queen size box spring that I'm trying to get rid of. So if anyone you know in the Indiana area would like to come to my... No, I can't. Would like to meet up.
You going to bring it somewhere?
No, they would have to come to my house. But it just... I don't know about that.
Well, couldn't you move it to somewhere close enough?
I could. I have a box spring that's dying to have a new home.
Is it nice?
So, never been used box spring.
Never been used.
Never been used because I got a bed. I bought a mattress. It came with a box spring. I got a bed that does not require a box spring. One of these. It's like the cheap version of those Japanese joined wood beds.
Oh yeah,
So-
I know what you're talking about. Wait, what's the name of the bed that you got? Do you
I
know?
don't remember. Mine's not the good version. Mine's not the name brand.
Like, it's the dupe.
I got the dupe.
I think
Yeah.
I might have the same one because I have a dupe of an expensive
Do you
bed.
know?
I can't remember what
Off
it's
the top?
called. No,
Yeah.
I'd have to go into my Amazon history, but that's cool. So yeah, so tell us. Here's what this is locals only, but we're giving
Should I
it a
sell you?
marketing
Should I
spin.
sell you this pin?
Sell me this box spring.
Well, do you have a box spring?
Nope. Oh wait, actually
Then
I
you're
do.
Not my target audience.
No, I do. I have a mini one.
Oh yeah, I know. Somehow I interpreted that correctly. You were not interested in my pitch.
I'm
And
not, but
sometimes as a salesperson, you need to know when to walk away.
But the list, we have to remember that there is theoretically a listener. Zionist, is that what you have?
A Zionist? What? That does not sound familiar.
Bro, I have the Zionist. ZINUS. The
The Zionist. No, I don't think I have that.
it's
Let me-
it's a dupe of some other expensive one. I don't know. Well,
Yep. Sorry, I didn't
do
do
you
a good
think that
job
you have
selling the bed.
stalkers though? Maybe or no?
I don't know. I
Like,
mean,
is there
you
people
never
that you
know.
wouldn't want to know where you live?
Yes. I don't know them yet. But
Right.
theoretically, there is somebody out there whose whereabouts I'd prefer to keep private from. They probably aren't listening to this podcast. I know our listeners are booked and busy. So Tuma is the OG,
Nice. Okay.
but I don't have that.
What do you have?
I don't remember, and I can't find my receipt. We're just gonna have to maybe. Oh, I know what I'll do. Tuma dupe. I might have nectar. I might have a nectar.
I like the start of the show when there is pregnant silences. Thuma is what? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
I have Zionist is most frequently called a budget dupe for the Thuma bed. Maybe that's the Canadian one. I don't know.
Thuma or Tuma. Do we need to sit at the pronunciation table, or can we just?
I think we can
Walk
skip
on
this
by.
one. It's a brand.
Yeah,
it's a
I think so,
brand.
too.
It's a brand. Don't always have to sit at the table. Any other segments we want to do? Let's see.
But we always have a spot at the table. I think that.
Oh, I
no,
have another one, and I forget if there's a name for it. So let's decide if we want to name this or not as we go. Caleb, maybe retroactively, you will decide if it needs a new theme or an existing one. But I did want to do some quick market comps quickly, and you already know about this because I sent it to you this morning, and I got a great result from, or it was last night actually. I got a great reaction from you. But this is, I was seeing what else was out there named Millennial Excellence, and I found the Millennium Excellence Foundation from Accra, Ghana. The Millennium Excellence Foundation was established to celebrate personalities who have successfully championed key development initiatives in Africa. So we can check out Millennium Excellence Foundation.org. Let's see what we're cooking with here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a classic. They've got the three numbers in the middle. It's actually autocorrects to mefafrica.org. But what's this called where you have like three sort of proof points in the middle of your webpage? 25 plus years of leadership, 120 plus distinguished laureates, global reach, etc.
Are those? I don't know what those are called.
Pillars, maybe. So yeah, do you think that this is the Millennium Excellence Foundation? Do you think that this is a brand that we should try to destroy, or should we partner with them?
Well, here's what I think. I think we should decide that independently and either collaborate or
Compete.
Precisely. Hinder each other. I would love to sit on the board of this. I've been dying to sit on the board of an organization.
I do think you're board ready for sure.
I think so too. So that's where I sit. I believe in this foundation's mission, and if there's any way that my insight and experience could be used to continue this. See, here's celebrating excellence, advancing partnership, bridging worlds. That resonates with me, and I'd love to contribute and actually partner with us.
Funnily enough, I was actually hoping I could become celebrated for championing key development initiatives in Africa. So
you thought you would be celebrated?
Yeah, like it just made me think maybe I should champion some key development initiatives. So do
you want to sit on the board too?
Well, maybe what we need to do is you need to get on the board, and then you need to like sway them to vote for me. And then in the end we'll win. Profit. So that was
absolutely devious. I knew we would have kind of a Goofus and Gallant approach to this.
Yeah, which is kind of your favorite guys, pretty much. So that was the brand benchmarking exercise or something. We'll see what happens with that theme song. Are we ready for the episode to begin in earnest?
I believe so. With that in mind, I'm curious what caused you to pick this topic.
Well, let's start at the beginning, Miles. I'd like to know, do you have or have you ever owned a Black Flag shirt?
No, because I never understood where you would get one.
Mm-hmm. Did you want one?
I did put the Black Flag bars on my backpack with whiteout in high school, and friend of the show, Alex, still uses that backpack to this day. He was actually just wearing it. So I thought it was very curious and coincidental that you suggested this topic, but I never owned the shirt because where the hell are you supposed to get one of those? Order it from Interpunk, I guess. But, or like, yeah, I just didn't understand the economics and, logistics of securing one.
The e-commerce game was a little different back then, which we'll get into.
Mm-hmm. And it's Black Flag, to my recollection, was not an active band at the time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
or maybe they were by 2011. Well, the flag thing.
Yeah, there was the competing Black Flags. There was the competing Greg Ginn and Fighting with Everyone and all the different members. And then there's now the current like Gen Z Excellence Black Flag with those little kids in it. But to be clear, I don't want to talk about the music of Black Flag this week. I just want to talk about the Black Flag shirt. And I don't know why it came to me for this week specifically, but I do think that I went to see Vivian Girls this last weekend, and I was thinking about my life. They're about to turn their debut album is about to be 20 years old, and that's like the sort of great pitchfork punk wave of the late 2000s with Vivian Girls and No Age and Fucked Up and all these bands that were like projecting punk, but also playing at South by Southwest and making it okay to play the Urban Outfitters stage. Not a diss, like I genuinely love Vivian Girls, but it's just kind of like an interesting coalescing of punk shows and music industry bars and things like that. And I think it made me think about how, like, right at that very moment in time, being into Black Flag was this symbol of authenticity. And then very quickly, because the logo was so good, it kind of spread like a cancer. And then everyone had the shirt. I'm going to show you a bunch of people with the shirt. And then obviously the parodies happened, which I had a small hand in. But I think this is just an interesting kind of like projecting ball knower moment that happened that has continued throughout time. And I went to see in, I think 2008, maybe, Sarah and I did our first ever trip to New York City. We were so excited. We were just like little baby-faced children. And we went to see Vivian Girls with Fucked Up at the original, I'm drawing a blank, Market Hotel at this DIY venue, and they played with Inepsy, and I was so excited and thrilled by the punkness of everything. And then I bought a gray Black Flag shirt at a record store in New York, which doesn't even really track, like, in terms of projecting clout. Like, they're from LA, so it doesn't even make sense. But I had that shirt and I started wearing it all the time. And yeah, I just think there's something about this logo. Also, like, the fact that every creative director at any ad company always wants to make a zine, I think plays into this too. There's something about this, like the American Hardcore documentary, Sailor Jerry's Rum, PBR, the Keith Morris always being around everywhere, having these logos that you can draw or you can cut your toast to be shaped like it. I don't know. This is kind of at least I'm trying to just set a vibe for the discussion. If that feels, if that works.
Yeah. The vibe has been set.
So, like, what do you think of the logo, the Black Flag logo?
I think it's pretty good. It's a flag.
It is.
Like, it's a very good abstraction of a flag.
So let's quickly watch just a video about the logo called Logo Stories.
Black Flag's logo was designed by Raymond Pettibon, brother of Black Flag founder.
I don't know
Greg
if you say
Ginn.
Pettibone or Pettibon.
The Black Flag is the opposite of the white flag of
Pettibon.
surrender. It was a tribute to the riotous youth of LA and the U.S. punk scene, as well as the original anarchist movement that flew the Black Flag in Europe in the 1880s. Pettibon designed most of the Black Flag's artwork. He actually hand-drew a lot of the band's album covers, flyers, and posters.
I've seen his art so
His
much that it's
artistic
almost
style
boring
helped
at this
define one of
point,
the most
but
compelling
obviously, I
underground
mean, I think it's
music
very
movements in
good.
American history.
Yeah,
the logo
it's
itself
cool.
was made into a stencil, making it easy for fans to spread the image. It's also well known enough to be memed and parodied regularly.
It's true. It's mimetic. So that was kind of, instead of the reading Wikipedia segment, I thought we could just watch this shitty video. And then
that saved us time.
it's also, it
If you're
needs the
looking for a
font.
certified banger with a rude dude attitude while keeping things looking straight up
Oh, Lord.
regal, then it is what it frizz. Swiss designer Ernst Frizz designed Frizz Quadrata in like 1966, or that's when VGC put it out. A couple years later, ITC heavyweight Victor Caruso added the bold.
Should we know what
making the Frizz
VGC
an
is?
absolutely
Or
unstoppable
is that something we
beast.
should know about?
The
That's
most
like a
iconic
font
use is obviously the
distributor.
Black Flag logo, designed by Ray Pettibone, and everyone loves to talk about how great the flag is.
The visual
For
graphics.
He hit us with a
Fantastic.
Pettibone.
But what about the frizz?
Yeah, I think it's Pettibone.
Since then, we've seen it
Yeah.
in use for Anti-Hero Skateboards and more recently Antisocial Social Club, which
Yo, I didn't
continues to
realize they're
absolutely
using it too.
annihilate hoodie sales, thanks
I
in
didn't
no
either.
small part to the frizz. So you got anti-establishment stuff. Cool, I got it. But what if you're looking to communicate financial responsibility, or German beer,
Whoa, Vanguard.
or self-storage,
Erdingard.
or the criminal justice system? It doesn't matter. If
Law
it's
and
a
Order.
biz, give it the frizz. Thank you, Ernst Frizz, for having your only release typeface be a certified banger. Some would call that a one-hit wonder, but I'd call it.
Knowing about typefaces is also kind of maybe a subtext, and I haven't decided yet if that's going to be a full Millennial Excellence episode or if it will just be probably like we've already done Comic Sans. We'll have to just
Is
revisit.
knowing about typefaces a subtext? Or
I meant it's kind of the subtext of the episode
I know,
here.
I
Yeah,
know.
but you're right. It's true. Oh yeah, or is it a H1, H2?
Yep.
Yeah, we should plan out the episode instead of segments as if it's like wireframes for a layout. Maybe could be
Sure.
a helpful
Yeah.
exercise.
That would be helpful. Yeah, let's big jam.
So we've got this font and we've got this thing. Now at the same time, I don't know. Have you ever heard the band Dirty Projectors?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like too out there for what you're into or not. I mean, did you like it?
Yeah. At the time, yeah. I think they gave away their album for free.
Oh, maybe. Well, I've been revisiting the. Have you ever heard "Rise Above" by Dirty Projectors?
Yeah, didn't they do the whole record?
So yeah, Dirty Dave Longstreth. He. This is like such a classic millennial bullshit thing to do, and I love it. But he made this like experimental indie rock record, just based on apparently just remembering the lyrics to "Was It Damaged" by Black Flag, and then he did like the music is just like the sound of yuppies who have African guitar comps from Mississippi Records, which I love that kind of shit. But I thought I would just play Police Story because I think this is part of the subtext too of like ball knower behavior from the time. And I'm just in awe of how annoying this sounds and slash good.
This fucking city is run by pigs. They take away the rights from all the kids. I walk down the street. I flip them all.
Anyways, yeah, so this record is turning 20 next year as well. So I think there's something in the ether during peak millennial South by Southwest music where Black Flag is kind of a meme, but it's at this point it's like still a signal that you're a ball knower. And I think when things become codified like this is why it's easy to travel up the chain in an interesting way. And I lost my notes with that. Here we go. So we have, for example, okay, the first one that really was popping off on the Tomb and was proven fake eventually.
On
But
the Tomb.
yeah, this was a big
I
Tomb.
remember this.
This is John Goodman wearing a Black Flag shirt, I guess, but it kind of looks like a cut-off crew neck, too.
I like the Reddit thread you posted and the Reddit language of it. John Goodman wearing a Black Flag shirt. Period. Seriously. On r/punk.
So good. And then someone links the Commons Wikimedia page that says fake, unfortunately. And then they also link to Black Flag shirts on everycelebrity.tumblr.com, which kind of added a lot more misinformation to this ball knower dynamic. But this one I think is real. This is John Belushi wearing a Black Flag shirt because he was a bit of a punker, I think.
Did you click on the Tumblr link? Because it's just like I want this on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, really good. Yeah, horrible. Oh, there's Tim Allen as G.G. Allen. Just it's gone to you can't put it back in once it gets out. But here's another real one that I think this really gets into the beginning of like Black Flag shirts being millennial excellence. And of course the Tumblr here is written stupidly. It says Ryan Gosling joins Black Flag. No, the title of the post is not true. You are gullible, but it caught your attention. But this is a real picture of Ryan Gosling around the time of shooting Drive, walking around in a vintage Black Flag shirt. So I don't know if you have any thoughts about that. What do you think of Ryan Gosling?
Weren't there like rumors at the time he was stage diving at an American Nightmare show?
Yeah, that was a little bit later, but I was actually thinking about that this morning and thinking, when I interviewed Wes Eishold, I really wish I would have asked him about that because it's never been substantiated. But he was filming a music video, or sorry, he was filming a music movie, a Terrence Malick one. So he was at a festival. I think he was at like one of those like FYF Fest. Is that what it's called? There's so many like these things feel just like wisps of a dream to remember these old hipster things from so long ago. But I think it was FYF Fest or something, and they were filming it there, and people said that he staged dove during American Nightmare. I'd like to believe it's true. I like Ryan Gosling a lot. I think he's a very cute and funny and charming man, and he's a ball knower, clearly, as you can see here.
You don't think a stylist flopped this on him?
I don't know, because this is like a long time ago. Like I don't know if maybe, I know that that's been happening more recently, but 13 years ago, I don't know if the stylists were into the vintage Black Flag shirts yet. It's possible. I'm willing to entertain it. But then the next major one, well, I'm gonna bury the lead here for a second. First of all, there's this picture from around the same time. This is also when like Steve Aoki is DJing with Lindsay Lohan, so that might explain why Perez Hilton is wearing a Black Flag shirt for VH1. Definitely by now. Maybe I'm wondering if Ryan Gosling kicked it off and then the stylists got into it. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember Perez Hilton being chubbier and having pink hair.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The Perez Hilton I remember.
That's true. And then he lost it all, and he's a born again Christian now, actually. So good for him. But the other thing that happened was Kristen Stewart not only was photographed with a Black Flag shirt, but she has a Black Flag mini tattoo, and the pictures aren't loading in this. I'm going to see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. It was all over Yahoo News and everything, and it really doesn't look like a Black Flag tattoo at all, but apparently this is one on her wrist.
That doesn't track as a Black Flag tattoo to me.
It really doesn't, but this is a real picture, so we know that she was projecting knowing ball. But what's interesting is, so in Noisy magazine, Vice magazine Noisy, the author Dan Ozzie in July 2013 said, Kristen Stewart has a new Black Flag tattoo and it depresses the hell out of me. Last week, the Daily Mail reported that Twilight actress and notable pile of wet laundry, Kristen Stewart, was spotted wearing a Black Flag t-shirt. The Everything Went Black logo, Heather Gray v-neck twisted into a side knot. OMG, so cute. And more notably, she seemed to have tattooed on her arm what looked like a very fresh, very tiny Black Flag Bars logo. I posted about this on my dumb punk rock blog, hyperlinked, and every dingus in the world had an opinion on it. Some of the dinguses like me had a sense of humor about it and thought it was funny in a face-palmingly ridiculous way. Our mentality was, another day, another celebutard burying punk rock even deeper into its own grave. It's pretty hard to read this out loud.
What publication was this?
This is Vice magazine.
The writing, I think you're underselling how bad the writing is. Maybe it's the right amount by just reading it flat, but like
their mentality seems. I'm trying to also hide my disdain for this particular author.
I mean, like, why would you hide your disdain? Like, if this is the words that are being put to paper.
Other dinguses had a pretty visceral defensive attitude towards the dinguses who found it funny. Their mentality seemed to be, so what? Just because Kristen Stewart likes your precious, Black Flag, it doesn't take away from your enjoyment of the band. And then I imagined those people took a giant, satisfying whiff of their own farts and listened to a Macklemore album. One particular fart-sniffing dingus wrote that if this bothered me, I needed help. I'm trying to just maybe get through some of the pros to the point that he's trying to make. Blah, blah, blah. Punk, something of a countercultural movement. On a larger level, the problem with celebs adopting punk fashion is that everything they do has a huge trickle-down effect. When the Daily Mail reported the story, for example, they included a pop-up box on the photo that says, "Get the look," with a bunch of links to Kristen's outfits for sale on Nordstrom and Saks Fifth Ave. Blah, blah, blah. So if you want to call this punk rock elitism, then go a fucking head. If you never cared about punk rock or were even just a casual fan, you probably don't understand the burn of being raised on bands that preach anti-establishment messages only to see them eventually adopted by the establishment. We're not talking about disgustingly rich celebrities wearing Smash Mouth shirts here. We're talking about Black Flag, a band that once stood for something more than the music they made, a band that shaped the ethos of a huge community of people. So that's kind of the backlash that happened, and I feel like around this point, maybe not timing wise, since this is a little bit earlier, but this is around the point where I think the idea of a Black Flag shirt becomes incredibly funny to me.
I mean, yeah, like, how much time should we spend on this article? This article's so bad.
It's so
like, I hope he comes across this and is disturbed by how
I think that's just how this guy
is.
talks, to be honest.
So bad. It's so stupid. It's so pompous and boring and juvenile and so dumb.
It's like the effect that it has is it makes it be like, I mean, I can't put my, well, first of all, you know, you and I have talked about this before. We've come into this guesting on a different show even, but the attitude that the Sex Pistols were just a manufactured boy band and therefore aren't good is already so like eye-rolly and annoying. Mm-hmm. And then this is kind of an inverse of it, where it's like you're treating this band with so much reverence that it's like impossible to like them now at this point. Or you could like the records and the music, but like you've added this like disgusting overarching theme to it, that it represents something real that's being ruined by celebrities or whatever. It's like, is it really that big of a deal that a classic rock band's shirts are being sold at Nordstrom?
No. Yeah, Black Flag's literally classic rock. They're like, what? They were the 5th most popular punk band probably that people know of. Like, it's so dumb. Their shit was in Tony Hawk by now.
Yeah, exactly.
More like,
it's so funny. And also, I was thinking about it as like, the other thing is, I think one level deeper of being a poser is that you talk about how everything Fugazi did was $5 and how that's like so cool. I mean, I like Fugazi, but I still think that's kind of like the shorthand for being a DIY ball knower. But Fugazi didn't have merch, so therefore this is the ball knowers band that has a cool logo and merch that you can pass around to have to make meaning and to project that you know. So I understand why the celebrities are doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it's not like what knowledge are you projecting? You're projecting a very popular band. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a very popular band, but then someone will be like, what side of my war do you prefer?
Right.
You know? It's like so annoying. But yeah, and then just like further going down, you'd think that would kill the celebs doing it. Now, this Miley Cyrus fit, I think, is pretty interesting because...
okay, one other thought. It's also funny that this happens, because what it actually does is it forces the people that are precious, in the words of the author, about the way they project their identity through the clothes they wear.
Yeah.
Like and like they aren't actually going the deeper level and thinking that maybe that's all meaningless. Like you're picking out your band shirt, you're thinking about the like what you want the world to know you listen to, and then yeah, it's just, and then you see somebody that you don't think deserves to wear the shirt that you want to wear because it might make you seem not as special as you thought you were.
Right.
And it's complete narcissism.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I feel like if it's 2013 and you care a lot about projecting punk knowledge, you should probably know things a bit deeper than Black Flag.
Yeah.
If anything, you should like hate Black Flag to be contrarian, probably, if you're going to play that game of cat and mouse. But yeah, you'd think this would kill it, but instead, many years later, like recently, we've got Miley Cyrus wearing, I think, a Black Flag dupe of some kind. I've never seen that logo before. It's just an actual Black Flag that says Black Flag on it. So it kept going. And then one of my favorites, and I only have one example from my own Instagram because I didn't keep track of it. And it's like, it's not really something that anyone talked about, but for a while, around the time that he was having like the nervous breakdown that made him become my friend momentarily, Dan Reynolds was projecting that he was sober, the singer of Imagine Dragons, and he kept wearing different Black Flag shirts and Xing up his hands because he had momentarily quit drinking. So he was like doing this hardcore kid thing and wearing different Black Flag shirts in 2021. So I think I definitely think Dan Ozzi is a terrible writer and has bad thoughts. But I also think there is something to be said about this sort of passing of a meme through celebrity circles that is worth thinking about as well.
I will say the Dan Reynolds Black Flag tee is worn. The wear and tear on the screen print is really nice.
It's really nice. And his little...
Yeah, and it is
his
kind of
little
funny
headband.
that it's like you're projecting straight edge with Black Flag.
With a
there's
non-straight edge band, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a
Context collapse.
misconnect there.
Yeah.
But
I love that. And then, so continuing down this path, you know, the celebrities were projecting Ball Knower. Then the set deck, or I guess costume design people did. So in the movie Jack, the Robin Williams movie, there's a kid wearing a Black Flag shirt, one of the bullies, and then his friend is
yeah, but
wearing
that's like in the 90s, right?
That's in the 90s, so it's kind of, I guess, proto. But I also think millennials generally dress like Jack in that movie with the big shorts and the big T-shirts. So yeah, there's a kid with a Black Flag shirt and an all shirt in there. There's a movie called Stick It, which I have seen because I love watching bad teen movies. It's about a gymnastics group, and famously they say they don't call it gymnastics because it's so nasty in there. And the girl in this, Haley, wearing a Black Flag shirt. This is 2006.
I also feel like teen movies were mining the punk T-shirt mines.
They were, and I forgot to save a picture of it. My most favorite is in the Miley Cyrus movie LOL. Maybe I actually do have it. In the Miley Cyrus movie LOL, yeah, I do have it right here. Replying to Damien. There's a character wearing a Flipper shirt, which just seems like such a bizarre deep cut for back then. Like, I don't even know how they were getting these shirts all the time. And then, yeah, finally in Big Mouth, the cartoon about like talking vulvas or whatever, they drew a character wearing a Black Flag shirt. So Black Flag has become, the bars have become something like the Anarchy A, I think, to just generally suggest punk without any kind of meaning to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
Well,
is it bad?
No, it's not bad. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine that it's just a visual signifier.
So around the time of, I'm trying to remember when this actually happened. Let me look. I think it's on Know Your Meme. There was like people were using this to sort of, they liked the logo so much they were doing it to like celebrate their favorite artists or celebrate things they liked in a sort of winking way. There was the Seinfeld but Black Flag one. There was, I think, there was a Lady Gaga one. There was a Tegan and Sarah one. And I was on Tumblr back then, and I just like had this moment of like, what if I do it with something that sucks? And this is on, I guess, Know Your Meme. It says, on February 24th, 2010, Tumblr blogger Josiah Hughes posted a Black Flag logo parody with Justin Bieber in place of the band name. On April 25th, he announced in a follow-up post that he had turned the logo into a t-shirt for sale on Etsy, apparently inspired by similar designs. And the Bieber shirt was featured in Fashionably Geek, BuzzFeed, The Village Voice, Metal Insider, MTV Buzzworthy, LA Weekly, Hardy Magazine, and Boing Boing. So yeah, what happened was I posted it on Tumblr just thinking this would be an evil thing to do, and I thought it'd be funny, and then it exploded so much that I mean, I've told this story so many times, but then I made an Etsy store, and I quickly learned how to silkscreen because there was no like drop shipping or anything back then. So I learned how to silkscreen in one weekend and made like $3,000 in a day or two. And then Greg Ginn sent a cease and desist through Etsy's internal messaging system, which I don't think would hold up in court, but it was shut down. So I feel like if that hadn't have happened, I probably would have like a horrible merch company by now. So he'd probably predict like Meth Syndicate or something, you know, like those shirts that are just like awful. I'd be so deep in it by now. So I think he saved me from myself, and so I appreciate it because I'm glad I didn't go down this path. But I was even in the local paper, and like I thought it'd be this was another personal thing, is that like I thought it'd be funny if I made my hair look like Justin Bieber and tried to look as annoying as possible. And now I'm haunted by this photo of myself that I hate. That it shows up everywhere. So I feel like this is probably the last time I smiled knowingly in a photo. And I've tried to do a mean mug now in case I get killed or something.
Yeah.
So
how do you feel being identified as a Tumblr blogger?
Well, I was one back then, you know. I mean, I don't really. How do you think I should be identified?
I don't know. It's like up to the identifier, I think. I think like what you're pegged as is who you are in the world in that moment.
Yeah,
So-
I guess I prefer. I like that the context can switch, right? I can be a cult podcaster or
A known satire account.
yeah. I don't like that I've done so much of those kind of jokes that now if I want to say something bitchy like about the bear, people are like, "Bro is breaking character." It's like I'm just like doing whatever. I'm just like taking a shit again, you know? Like what are you guys talking about? But yeah, I don't know. Did you have an opinion of the Justin Bieber? I mean, not of that one, but of the Black Flag parodies at the time?
I don't think I had a strong opinion about them. I think maybe the first couple I thought were funny. But then it loses the shine pretty fast.
It does. I mean, I actually always, like, even growing up in youth group, I loved, like, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup parody that said Jesus Saves. Like, I just thought it was, like, genuinely cool. I've always loved logo parodies. So that didn't really bother me. I also, this is on the page, I bought this one. I don't know who made it, but I thought it was really funny at the time. It was in Comic Sans, fan of band Bulk Flag. I am very hardcore. It's not that funny now, but at the time it was funny to have that shirt. But yeah, to use that font, even when I made this thing, like I didn't buy the Frizz font. And I still do this to this day. I used the like font generator to see what it looks like and screenshotted each word and then pulled it into Photoshop. So it's a little behind the scenes lore. You don't need to download the fonts. So yeah, this is just kind of the journey of this shirt from meaning something to losing all meaning, I guess.
Do you think it means something again? I kind of want, like, I've thought about, like, I would wear the Black Flag shirt now.
Would you?
Yeah,
Just
I like the
plain one?
idea of I really like the idea of just projecting surface level knowledge or interest in something.
I think, okay, well, to think more broadly, I think what this happened more generally with is the Nirvana shirt, which is now just like the default normie shirt, kind of, in a lot of ways. Like anyone from all walks of life is wearing a Nirvana shirt with the smiley face logo. But yeah, Nirvana doesn't really have that, like, my taste is a little bit esoteric that the Black Flag does. So I like the idea of getting a Black Flag shirt. It is a really nice logo, honestly, too. But yeah, so I wanted to just show you a couple more videos now. When I'm searching Black Flag t-shirt, I need to share with this guy that I found who is just some creepy guy who wears different Black Flag shirts and sings songs, and his name is Ukraine in the Membrane. This is called In a Black Flag T-Shirt Sings in 50 Shades of Sexy Stops War.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here in the room's pitch dark.
And kind of the creepiness of this guy makes me think he is a real Black Flag fan.
Yeah.
No answer.
The
telephone.
what's up with
And the night goes
the
by.
neckline on this shirt and the
So very
undershirt he's
slow.
wearing? I'm a little
Yeah.
confused by that.
Oh, I hope that it won't end
It's true. It must be just really stretched out.
alone.
This is another video by him called Jerk in a vintage Black Flag t-shirt softly croons a ballad for world peace.
Yeah, is this the same shirt that's just been worn a little bit less?
It must be. Yeah, the neck looks smaller here.
I've been alone with you. Inside my
Really
mind.
weird. Very interesting
And
find.
in my dreams,
Yeah.
I've kissed your lips.
Also think it goes without saying, like, Travis Barker has an enormous Black Flag t-shirt collection that he wears regularly on the Disney Plus Kardashians show.
Hello.
And when I did the Justin Bieber one, I was thinking about, like, just doing opposites, not realizing that these things would kind of converge so drastically. Finally, this is Jerk in Black Flag shirt heals world poverty through power of sexy
Take
balladry.
off your coat, I'll make you feel at home.
It's got a
What are these
different
songs
intro.
he's singing? I don't recognize these.
Yeah, I think
Now
is he just
we're
making them
all
up, or
I've been waiting.
maybe
all
not?
night
This one
for
seems like a real song.
Let me hold you close to me, 'cause I've been dying for you, girl. You make love to me. Ooh, ooh. Girl, you
It
make
is
me feel real
really
good.
unsettling.
Yeah, like I think basically from how much I've listened to Black Flag, and to be clear, I bought the shirt before I had any of the records, and I do enjoy Black Flag, and I've listened to them. I think I could name 5 songs probably, but I bought the shirt first. It was sort of an aspirational, this is who I will be now purchase. I want to be like Dean Spunt from No Age or something.
I think Black Flag's pretty bad. And that's another reason I want the shirt, I think.
Well, that's what like Black Flag is music that seems like it's for this guy. Like it seems like it's for like a creep.
Yeah, it's unsettling, like,
Yeah, it's like unsettling, but not in
Noise
like
music.
a cool way. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
noise. It's for like stinky people.
yeah. I worked with a guy who would put on the like later Black Flag records in the coffee shop, and I was like, we can't listen to this right now, dude. Like, there's people here.
Seriously. Yeah. So I think this kind of creep basement dweller singing these weird songs is who Black Flag is for, more so than Kristen Stewart. So I'll give Dan Ozzie that, but I also think it's time to let it go. It's immediately time to let. I think, same with like when your local venue is closing and you're freaking out about saving it, or like your band has to break up and you're
Yeah.
freaking out. Just let it go. Like just
You have to adapt to change.
yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, Black Flag shirt as a concept has been codified so much. I'm going to go on a very quick musical journey, starting with some disgusting Ramones core. This is If You Rip My Black Flag Shirt, I'll Never Talk to You Again by The Goddamn Rights. I don't think we're going to last more than a few seconds with this nasty-ass song. The album Life is a Wrecking Ball. It's not really Ramones core, but this one is.
I was going to say.
This is an Italian band called Zachary. No, it's because also there was like songs by the Queers that I didn't write down. There's like a whole list of stinky, a different stench of stinky man music. This is a band called Zachary, and they have a song called Your Black Flag T-shirt does not make you punk, but makes me sad. Which I don't really know what that means, but this band seems to be from Italy, so they probably don't know what they're talking about either.
Yeah, I want, like, when there's a band and they have, like, a really stupid, but, like, stubborn stance on something, is it just the singer, or is everyone in the band
like someone else in the band.
board?
Yeah, someone
You
else
just
in the
put
band
up
is
with
bummed
it because
about
you're in the band? Like,
or maybe they
such
have
an interesting dynamic.
sit-down discussion to make sure they're all on board with their Black Flag stance. This seems to be a newer industry plant. I think this was uploaded by Warner Music. I believe this is called Bryce Vine. This is Mommy's Little Monster. I think Bryce is doing Blink-182 hip-hop bullshit at least 5 years too late.
Yeah.
I was once just a punk. I would break shit. I don't even know.
How'd you find this one? Doesn't have Black Flag.
He's gonna say
in
it.
the title.
I was searching lyric databases. I knew this was an important episode to nail, so. It kind of sounds like Great Big Sea or something, accidentally. So that's that one, Bryce Vine. Don't know who that is. This is an artist named Ariel Abshire, also pretty new. And we got to get to the 1 minute mark here to hear it, but let's just. She kind of has a little bit of a Lana Del Rey look, I guess.
Like
Or like Zoe
Lana Del Rey
Deschanel.
meets Zoe. Yeah, I was gonna say Zoe. Excuse me.
This is from 2019, the album Queen of the Boys Club. Punk rock, baby.
I like how the lyrics thought that was unintelligible.
Yeah, the Genius page with a question mark. Oh, I talked over the big drop. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I'm going to be honest. It sounds like a Suno-generated song. No offense to Ariel Abshire, but it really does. And
It's not a hit.
this is some other dog shit. Someone called HYYTS with their song Hungover Stripped. What is it singing?
Since I did the thing that you can't get over.
Since I did the thing. Would you ever do like a sexy PBR&B if we did some autotune for you?
Yeah, I'd love to. What's this band? Heights?
HYYTS.
Still ringing your bell, you don't know.
I don't know how you say it.
I was stuck in my head at red lights. You were waiting for fate to turn right.
It seemed like they were an EDM group, but I don't know what this is. They're gonna say it soon. Yeah, like what kind of music is this even? This is from 2019. Does that help explain it? Not really.
I can't forgive myself. It's not like I hate myself, but I never love myself.
Here we go. This is the verse.
Persona lost you and I'm still in recovery. I guess that is that.
Here we go. Here it is.
You're still wearing a short skirt, Black Flag t-shirt, hair in your eyes. 'Cause you did this thing to me that I can't get back.
Okay. Finally. This is someone named Abe Partridge, who seems to be a very performative singer-songwriter type of guy who kind of just tells it like it is. A good old boy.
Here's a tune I wrote called The Black Flag T-Shirt Lament. I hope you like it.
I think he's kind of NPR coded, though. I could be wrong. I might be misreading it, but I think he's like... I think someone is like, oh man, I saw Abe Partridge last night at Tubby's in Kingston, and he's just like playing the real shit, you know? He tells it like it is.
Well, the neon lights cry and fill the silence of the night as the falsely civilized come to seek their thrills, and the Holy Ghost roams these dripping streets alone. but he can't find a
This is a lovely
single
lullaby
heart
for all
to
the people
steal.
listening to this podcast to fall asleep.
It's true.
It's just another smiling
restful
face
sleep.
and a phony handshake.
He's gonna say the band name and the shirt. To be clear, these are all.
District streets.
He's talking about posers.
So I just smile back, ashamed of the whole act. That's the price I pay for being part of the scene.
I think he said seat, part of the scene. I do like his guitar playing though. It sounds nice. He's really plucking them things.
And I like your Black Flag t-shirt from a designer in New York, that in an act of rebellion you bought off Amazon.
So that's all I have for you. I think we're kind of, I do think what he just revealed spoke back to the Dan Owensy thing, is like this issue of choosing. You want to project that you're not a poser, but you forgot to kind of get enough ammo in your arsenal. You just, if one shirt can fuck it up and now you're one of the posers, you probably were one all along, and probably secretly we're all posers too, is the other problem. So that's my thoughts on the Black Flag shirt. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
I think I came into this episode thinking, I don't know if it's millennial excellence. I think it might be too niche. But you've convinced me. I think it has really permeated, has had a lasting impression, or lasting imprint on the songwriting minds of our generation. So I do think it's millennial excellence. And I'm not sure, but I don't think it's Reddit. I don't think it's
There's
Reddit.
many angles of the Black Flag shirt. Are any of the angles Reddit?
Yes. The Lady Gaga one is Reddit. Or one that says like...
Oh, yeah, the cats one, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, the cat one is quite Reddit.
Well, everyone, thank you for listening. And if you really want to not be a poser, sign up for a dang Patreon. Although I realize that when I ask you to do things, you don't do it. But it's okay.
Last night I did poetry reading at the Haunted Train with some young emo band guys that I like. Lotus Garden, Ditcher. Lotus Garden, a band called Ditcher, and a band called Foxbody. Shouts out to Colton and Carson for hanging out with me and being trippy enough to do shows at the Haunted Train. It's pretty funny, pretty cool. There was this boy who was running the show, and he had like a revolver on his waist the whole time, but he was wearing he kind of reminded me of like Orson Welles, but like 20 years old, or Hemingway or something, and he had he changed his clothes like 3 times. Miles was like, that dude changed his shirt 3 times. And I was like, yeah, he's probably on LSD. That's probably why. This type of thing to make you change your shirt 3 times in an hour. Anyway, it's really pretty out in the park today. Really Teletubby maxing. It's Sunday, the 12th of July, and the humidity kind of cooled off because it rained, and there's blue skies, big clouds, all the flowers are blinging. I feel like I'm walking through like a Zoloft commercial or something, or a Wishy music video. It's so beautiful out here, sunny and bright, blue sky, big clouds, neon flowers, green leaves, and stuff. Teletubby Hills. Beautiful people exercising. I'm about to walk over a little bridge here where I saw a soft-shelled turtle the other day, about the size of a damn dinner plate. And I saw the soft-shelled turtle go underneath the mud, which was cool because it just, oh my god, it's right there. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. Hold on. It's literally right there. I want to see if I can get a picture. Wow. Yeah, they're so weird. They look kind of like Nessie or something from the side. Or maybe like a mallard from the side. But they're really big and strange looking. They're kind of skinny, flat, but really like maybe like 10 inches in diameter. Pointy nose, really odd. And they seemingly just can go under the mud right there and just stay under there. You won't even know they're there. But this guy over here, he's just below the water with his nose tipping. Oh, there he goes. He just swim under. Oh, there he goes. He just swim under the rock. He was breathing air out with just the tip of his nose outside the water. And now he just went under. He disappeared under the stones, underwater. I wonder how often they take a breath. Like, how long can they hold it? I don't know. Well, that was awesome. Let's see. Yep. Beautiful. I'm gonna go home now and clean my house and take out the garbage and recycling. And I hope you all have a beautiful week or weekend whenever you're listening, and kind of be excellent to each other. I was thinking that might be a good tagline if you guys never thought or haven't thought of that one yet. It's from Bill and Ted, which is more Gen X than millennial, but I think a lot of millennials grew up with it, which is the term be excellent to each other. It's like something they say when they come back to imbue their wisdom after their hero's journey. When they come back to imbue their wisdom on their community, they say, be excellent to each other. And that way it's not just for millennials, it sort of like encourages millennials to be positive, as we so, whoa, oh my god. I'm at this crosswalk and there's two deer, big deer, about to, and a baby. There's two does and a fawn standing across the street from me, trying to cross the street. Here, I'm gonna turn on the crosswalk so they can cross. The cars stop. Oh my god, they're using the crosswalk. Oh my god, I can't believe this shit. That's insanely cute. Oh my god. I'm having such a good day. Wow.